friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Gabby. I am a New York City based life and style content creator. I'm also a full-time PhD student at NYU, and today's video is kind of gonna be like a Sunday reset video, but like on steroids, because it's 2023. It's my first video in like over a month, but it's also the first video of the year. I'm super excited. I have so many fun plans for the year. I know there's been so much like New Year reset, New Year, new me content, you know. I actually really enjoy New Year's content. I think it's just such a natural time to want to reflect on like the year that you've had and also look forward to the year to come. I eat that up and I love it. So my video is going to be some vlog style, some clean with me, some where I'm just chatting, and yeah, I'm super excited. So if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially if you like day in my lives, week in my lives, just like vlog style content. I post a lot of that. And also be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you are excited for the new year, if you're excited for new content, if you just are excited to get a fresh slate, because I am. Yeah, so I figured I would do a quick little catch up, nothing crazy because I don't want this intro to be too long. Yeah, I took a little bit of a break. I took pretty much all of December off to really just get a break from content, mostly for the most part, and focus on stuff I wanted to do in the new year. And I got to go to San Diego, and we went to LA for a day with my parents and my brother, and then that was like a little nice like family vacay. And then I spent Christmas in Virginia with my parents, which was always nice. I hadn't really been home for that long of a time in 2022, so it was nice to just hang with them for a little bit. And then I came back here right before New Year's, even though I didn't really have any New Year's plans. I just like to be in my own space when I want to like reset and recharge and everything. I essentially split up my like New Year strategy into a bunch of different categories. The first thing I like to do is, I guess you could call it like decluttering and organizing. I am unpacking my suitcases. I just need to give a shout out to my Calpak like packing cubes. I love these things. They're really great quality. I have had them for like 6 or 7 years at this point. So actually, has it been that long? Maybe it hasn't been that long. I actually don't know when I got these, but it's been years and they're still really good quality. They fit a ton, and I feel like they keep my suitcase really organized. So I think the most important step for me when I am cleaning out my apartment and trying to start fresh for the new year is to really declutter and organize. And coming off the holiday, like making sure that I unpack my suitcase as soon as possible and kind of make a list of the things that I need to organize and go through is where I first start. I really had a ton of mail that I needed to shred, so I started there, just going through like perfume, jewelry, toiletries, all of that stuff that can kind of build up over the year. I make sure to go through all of that. I have so much nail polish now thanks to Manicurist, but I had a bunch of like old nail care that I cleaned out. I organized my bin, found a new spot for it that's super convenient, so it's easy to access. This can even apply to like the kitchen, like going through your condiments and cleaning out things that have expired and that you don't use. I'll have like random butter from like, last year that sticks around. I also will restock my cleaning supplies. A lot of it is usually on sale at the beginning of the year, and dropping off any donations at Goodwill. It's a good time to do that. And then of course setting up your new gadgets. Good morning. What is up? I just got these flowers from Whole Foods, which are cute. I like to have things growing in my home. But now I'm gonna make a quick little breakfast moment, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make coffee as well. Alright, so this is my very lovely tree, which I'm going to take down now, unfortunately. So, Alexa, turn off Christmas tree.
Okay.
I got these bulbs from Target, and then the tree is from Michael's. Honestly, a lot of this stuff is probably on sale, so I'll try and link it down below if it's still available. Let's go ahead and get this taken down. And then I really go into my deep clean mode. My apartment just feels so nice and fresh and just free of bad energy, bad vibes. So the next thing that I like to do is reflect on the past year. 2022 was a really big year for me, and I wasn't really expecting it, to be honest. I think I was still kind of in the residual nothing's really gonna happen this year because of COVID kind of vibe. I think something that really held me back from really making any super big goals or super big like travel plans or anything like that, because I still wasn't out of that like COVID rut. But it ended up being like a really cool year for me. I got to travel and see some of my friends in person that I haven't in a really long time. I went down to Austin to see Maddie, went to DC to see Hannah and Chloe, and that was really nice. You know, I really just got to experience more of New York City, what it's really like to live here, especially as like the novelty starts to wear off. I think I've gone back and forth of being like, you know, I don't know if I want to stay here for much longer, and then being like, couldn't see myself living anywhere else. So I think just really getting the opportunity to know my neighborhood and live in the city some more has been really nice. So I'm excited for another year of New York. I started to realize how I could actually turn my content and my platform into like a sustainable business. I think when you really kind of tap into that potential, it's really cool, and it's got me thinking a lot about like the type of content that I want to make in the new year and what platforms I want to prioritize. It was really big for me that I was invited to go on the CeraVe brand trip. That was something that, you know, something I didn't really see myself getting the opportunity to do for at least a couple more years. That was a really fun experience, and I'm really thankful that, you know, they chose to partner with me on that. I obviously got to work with some really cool brands like Brooklinen and Warby Parker and Native, Hill House, which I'm wearing this top that they gifted me. You know, I had some really great brand partners last year, which I'm hoping to continue to work with them into the new year. I think my biggest thing that I was really kind of, I don't know, proud of myself for sticking with was getting back into reading. I was definitely like the kid in elementary school that would just always had their nose in a book. Like I mean, I'm still super nerdy, but I really fell out of that when I went to college, and even like when I first started grad school. And so being able to, like, I'm looking right now behind me at all of the books that I've read over the past like year and a half, and I'm just, oh, I'm so glad to just like be reading for fun again. And I guess that goes into like my next thing, which is kind of planning for the year ahead and goal setting and, you know, vision boarding and all that. Is I think one of the reasons I was super successful in continuously like reading throughout the year and reaching that goal was that I incorporated like my friends and community, and, you know, had camaraderie in the goal. Fenya and we did like a whole Brooklyn bookstore crawl, and I have like an entire TBR pile for the new year of books I'm really excited to read. And that was just like a whole day activity that was super fun, and, you know, it was just a time to like hang out with a friend, but it also was, you know, helping me with a goal that I set through the year, which was to read more and to have fun doing it. And so that was a lot of fun, and I'm super excited to share that with you. So roll the footage. All right, first stop, the new Books Are Magic store. Where are we at? Brooklyn Heights?
Brooklyn Heights?
Brooklyn Heights? Yeah, neighborhood's stunning.
Near Dumbo?
But yeah, excited to go in here. I've been to their other location. We've both been there. We were there with Ethan. So yeah, we're gonna go in here. And yeah, cute.
How many books will we get? Stay tuned.
Okay, so Books Are Magic is a family-owned bookstore. It's owned by the author Emma Straub, who wrote This Time Tomorrow. It's a super cute bookstore. I definitely recommend checking out, especially if you're in the Dumbo area. My favorite thing about Books Are Magic is that the staff will put Books Are Magic approved tags under popular books or books that they love, which is super nice if you don't actually know where to start, or if you're not a big reader and you just want some recommendations. They're also super friendly, so you can definitely just ask them in person. But yeah. All right, friends, I'm right by the road, so you might not be able to hear me, but we are at the second location, Freebird.
We're on 2.
It is a used bookstore, and it has a focus, I think, in like New York City books, so that should be interesting. But yeah, we're gonna see if we find anything. It should be cute. Let's do it. So we definitely hit the jackpot at Freebird Books. It definitely had the best selection, and I think Fen and I both walked away with 3 books each. It's a little bit out of the way, but I think that almost makes the selection of books better. So yeah, definitely check out Freebird. Okay, I was today years old when Fenya here has enlightened me about this Goodreads feature where you can scan the book and then it just pops up. What?
It's magic.
Hello, friends. We just got lunch at Walter's. Super tasty.
Amazing.
Now we are headed.
Get the mango lemonade right
now.
there.
Oh, it was super good. Super good. And now we are headed to, where are we going? Oh, Troubled Sleep.
Troubled Sleep.
Which is another used bookstore. and I'll update you when we get there.
However, Freebird Books, gold mine.
Slapping. What, how many did we get? 7 between us?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Worth it.
Cute. We are in the beautiful neighborhood of Fort Greene at the moment, so walk into the bookshop. Cool. In the like Prospect Heights area, there's like a triad of 3 bookstores that I definitely think you should check out. The first one is Greenlight Bookstore. It is a new books mainly spot. Troubled Sleep was a smaller used bookstore, and we didn't find a ton here, and the prices were a little bit more expensive than Freebird Books, but I did find one book on the $1 book racks out front, and that was incredible. It was like a hardback book for $1. So, and then the last place that we went to was Unnameable Books, and this one, I think the prices were similar to Freebird Books, but there wasn't a huge selection. It was pretty crowded when we went, but this was more in the afternoon, so that's not super shocking. But yeah, that rounded out our bookstore crawl. So first up, I have Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin, which is described as a story of 2 college friends, often in love but never lovers, that become creative partners. Next up, I picked up The Woman Destroyed, which is a collection of 3 short stories written by Parisian Simone de Beauvoir. Next up, for $1, I picked up Apples Never Fall by Liane Moriarty, and this is a suspense thriller. I also picked up Transcendent Kingdom by Ya Gyasi. This is about a PhD candidate studying neuroscience and explores the themes of depression, addiction, and grief. And lastly, I picked up The Falconer by Dana Chapnick, a coming-of-age story set in New York City in the 1990s. Lastly, I am going to walk you through a little bit of my vision board. I don't want to like stay here for hours and hours, and I do actually need to go to lab because there was a slight emergency. For the past couple of years, I think it's been really big for people to make vision boards. There's just something super fun about taking your goals, which I write down in my bullet journal at this point. I no longer use a digital planner, which I think is going to be shocking to maybe not a lot of people at all, because I designed digital planners for like 3 years. And I actually don't use digital planners anymore. I use a combination of bullet journal. So I love the Moleskine like soft leather back bullet journals, like the dotted paper. Those are my favorite, and I like to just keep track of more personal things like goals and habits and grocery lists and meals I want to make, and planning for trips and content ideas. And it's just kind of like my big journal of just good memories. I was looking back at some old like journal prompts from the summer, and it's just nice to kind of have it written in my own handwriting on paper. I like the aesthetic of that, to be honest. So yeah. And then I have gone to the dark side and am now a Google Calendar girl. I just have way too many calls with brands or freelance clients or just appointments and meetings that move around, and it's just so nice to have it just automatically update when people reschedule, or be able to just move it around easily. I feel like I missed a meeting last year because I didn't update it in my digital planner, and it was mortifying. I literally was terrified. And after that, I was like, oh, I have to do Google Calendar. Like, I have to do something that's sending alerts to my phone. Like, this is the only way that it's possible. So I'm now a proud supporter of Google Calendar and bullet journal. So that's my current like planning slash organization slash scheduling situation. But I still made my vision board on my iPad. I have the iPad Pro and I really like it. It's nice for like content planning, like storyboarding things, especially for client work. So I really like it, but I made a vision board, and essentially what I did was I wrote down, you can't see this, but I wrote down like different things that I wanted to be on the vision board first, and then I went into Pinterest and I made a board, and I just found, hold on, I'll show you. I made a board called 2023, and I just had I was just like saving the photos as I saw them here, and then I downloaded all the images and brought them into GoodNotes. I mean, just like very quickly, some things that I am excited about slash am really wanting to focus on this year are I'm going on a really exciting trip to Europe, which I've been looking forward to for literally years since the pandemic. I knew I wanted to go here for a while, and I bought my ticket a couple weeks ago, so I'm excited. I'm going with some friends, and it's gonna be such a trip. I'm excited. And then other things I want to focus on are kind of playing more with my natural hair. I used to have a relaxer, and then in the pandemic I stopped going to the hairdresser, obviously, and I've just been growing out my natural hair, but I want to get more comfortable wearing it in different hairstyles and different, you know, just wearing it out and loose and being comfortable in that. Slash, it's not so much being comfortable in it as it is like just knowing how to do it. So I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos, and I just trying to grow it out and get more comfortable styling it, I guess is maybe the right word. I really want to buy a designer handbag, so I have a couple of styles that I like for that. I'm also just looking to make new friends slash build more of a friend group, I think. I obviously love my friends, but they're very like disjointed in terms of like I know them each from different like areas, so it's not a lot of overlap, and I'd love to just have like a friend group of like a couple girls where it's like, hey, we're doing dinner tonight, or you want to grab coffee or brunch or whatever. That would be lovely. I want to cook more. I want to keep reading. I think I want to do something fun for my birthday this year, so I have that cake on there. I want to keep playing with makeup, so I have like a eye on there. I'd love to go on another brand trip slash work with more brands that I love, so I have some branded merch on there. And I'd really love to develop more of my personal style and just start investing in like quality pieces. That's definitely my goal. So very briefly, my vision board currently. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, again, give this a big thumbs up. Super excited. I'll be back with probably more like a week in my life, days of my life video next week. Yeah, leave me some comments. What are your goals? What are your visions? What are your strategies? What do you like to do at the start of the year? I'm curious. I want to know. Be sure to subscribe, especially if you made it this far. If you have like any video requests for the year, let me know. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.